Good morning, Awaz. See, a lot of people are in the. Good morning, Aima.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Amna?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Harsh, assalamu alaikum.
जी
Harsh, assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम सलाम.
Very good. So you know the meaning. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, my so
Okay.
many friends are Islamic, so I know.
So all your students are basically Muslims. So if they say assalamu alaikum, just say that. Walaikum
No,
salam.
no, no issue, no issue, no issue.
I appreciate it. Good morning, Adnan. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
Yeah, I think Harsh, good morning. And Smith, can you start recording? And Harsh, you can take over. Yeah, we have 4 minutes.
Recording is already started, Ishad. Recording is started. We can,
Thank you,
Harsh,
Smith.
you can start with the class. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we are full following.
So hello everyone. So today is week number 2 and day number 3 of our class. So can you hear me? And my screen visible? Please tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are going to start with control structures, data structures, and functions and module and packages we'll cover up tomorrow. Okay, because we are going into deep, so we'll cover it out slowly about this topic because this is a basic. So I am not hurried to cover up all the things. Okay, so let's get started with control structures. So according to you, what is control structures? Can you tell me? Okay, so can you tell me what is control structures?
Yeah, where we can using them, we can basically control and like we can retrieve and manipulate data according to what we want, how we want. Because, for example, there's a loop,
Mhm. Okay.
the
So
feature.
yeah,
That's a control switching.
yeah. So the thing is, control structure means loop is a part of control structure. Okay. So if I'm talking about control structure, it can be loop, it can be conditional, or it can be a sequence way. Okay. Let me tell you an example. So for example, I have a sequence of let me see. Okay. So this kind of things we are controlling. Okay. So if I'm going to making a basic calculator, so of course a plus b or 1 plus 2 equals to 3, right? So 1 plus 2 equals to 3 means it's a sequence. We are controlling in a sequence. It's already, I got to know that in a sequence 1 plus 2 means it's 3. There is no other condition, right? But if I will say that if A is greater than B, so print that I am greater than I am adult, or if I am saying that I am less than 18, so I am not adult yet. Okay, so this is the conditional. And now, if you have a daily basis routine which you are following in a certain manner, which is repeating again and again, it's a loop. Okay. So this kind of thing, sorry, 1 second.
Muin, can you minimize your screen?
Sorry.
Muin, can you minimize your screen? Your screen
Uh,
yeah. So we can't see your full screen, Harsh, due to Muin. I think he put up share. Can you remove the share, please, Muin?
Where do I have the
okay.
share? I don't see the share.
Okay. So everybody can see, correct?
Yeah, I think Irshad, I think you have him pinned on your screen. So that's why he's showing like for half of your screen. So you should
Okay. Let me do that. Yeah. Thank you. If you are good, that's good. Okay. Sorry, Harsh.
Okay. So it's okay. It's okay. No issue. So there are three kinds of structures and there are three kinds of flows. We are making up flows through the help of control structures. Okay. First flow is a sequence. Okay. Just I told you that if I'm going to make a basic calculator or a basic method, just like multiplication, division, addition, or you are making some kind of root, square root, and everything, so that kind of thing comes up a sequence because there is no other condition or I don't want any kind of loop. Second one is selections. Okay. So another flow name is selection in control structures. So it can be conditions like if I want to create a weather application, so whether rain will be there or not, it is hot or cold. So this kind of conditions comes up in selection. Okay. Now, third one is control structures comes up in loops. Okay, so whatever we are iterate anything means whatever we are making a repetitive method again and again, following method again and again, just like some university or some school guy have a different kind of routine which is following for 3 years, since 3 years or 4 years. So that routine or that repetitive flow will be followed by that. Okay, some office guys another following a routine, so it's a other repetitive method. Some businessman is following other. So this basic whole structure we are making call as control structures. Got it in this, sir? Do you have any doubt in this concept what I am telling you? Shall I move ahead now into programming?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay. So examples, I already told you that flowchart, that is basic calculator or age or your number, if you are giving a number, some kind of sort of numbers. So that means you are printing some uh, process in a loop. So that is a sequence or your selective or your iterate one. Okay. Now in control structures, there are two kind of things we need to understand because first sequence one we already know that a plus b c into d, so that is sequence one. But first in control structure we need to understand two subjects, that is conditional statements and another is loops. Okay, so what is before that we got to know that what is indentation. So instead of giving you a definition before that, I am showing you what is indentation. So here I'm making a folder, another folder, that is session number 3. 1 second. Okay, so I will make a session number 3. Okay.
Harsh, how did you make like that the week two folder in PyCharm? Like, if you want to start that,
I already made this week 2
and
folder while
how
I'm
can we
making this. 1 second, let
and
me
how
show
can
you.
we like make that? Let's see.
Okay, you how you can make it out. Okay,
Yeah,
so in PyCharm, there's a file,
yeah,
okay? There's a tab.
yeah,
Can you see it?
yeah, Yep.
So here you need to come up here. By here, you need to
Mhm.
just by click on open or by clicking on new project. Okay. So I
Okay.
followed open and I can access my whole operating system from here. Okay.
Okay.
So it's E drive here or it's C drive, it's F drive. Okay. So come up with F drive, E drive. Okay. So
Okay.
maybe I'm in E drive here and I already make a data SH, which we are following a folder. In that folder, here is week number two. Okay. I will include in this week number one. There is week number two. I already make it out by folder. Clicking here, right click on data sh. Okay. Here you need
Mhm.
to make a new directory. You can just press
Okay.
it out alt plus insert, or you can just click it out right click and just go come up with the new directory and click it here. Okay. Now you
Okay.
can write it down your folder like week number three and here press OK. Okay.
Makes sense. Yep.
So now here you can open it out and you can make another folder name if you want, inherit it and again, so you can create a loop of folders. Okay,
Okay.
so here I make it out session number three because I was working for PPT already, so I already make it out week number two PPT and I access it out and make a folder of session number three. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And
Yeah.
on the where it is like the main dot py, like another screen we want to open. Let's see for the V2. So that would be like the just the right click on that and then start like the screen two, like the add main
Yeah.
dot py. That one. Yeah.
Yeah, so click it right click on here and that click on file, or there's another way that if you want to click on another name of file just like HTML and Python. If you want to create another format of files, so you can create it up, no issue. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And by file, if you need customize your file name, so you can just click on your file. Okay. And here I will make it out index.py. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
Got
Yeah.
it now? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Similar with VS Code. So if you are using Atom or VS Code, similar IDE, no issues. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So here index.py, I am going to create out and give you a whole sum of indentation. So what is indentation? See, if I am writing out here if A is less than B, okay, and you can check it out. I am mentioning one syntax that is indent, okay, colons. So this means I am going to work in this condition. Okay, you can check it out, this white space, right? This white space known as indentation. And this indentation means you are working under certain condition, and or if you are making function, so you are working on that function. So if I am writing like I am not going to show you function today, I will show you tomorrow, but I am just writing here print hello, A is greater than B. Okay. Now here, if I will write else, see, indentation will come out automatically. So you don't need to, if you are using IDE, so it will come up automatically. Else, if you are using Notepad++, which if your choice you can use, so you need to put manually. Okay. So what will happen is, this gives you an condition working, means you are working or process on that condition. And here you will write like B is greater than A. Okay. Got it now? Now here A is 20 and B is 10. Cool. Now, if you are going to run this code, sorry, you need to, when you are running this code by this run button, so you need to check it out your file. Okay. So this will come up with main.py. Instead of this, I want to run my index.py. So what I will do, I will click on current file. Okay. So through the help of this current file, after that, this button will work it out. See, it's working. Hello, A is greater than B. So this indentation represents your on process working on that condition or function or anything, whichever your come indentation means on that inherit you are working, or on that condition you are working, or on that function you are working. White space means you are working under some function. Else is also a function, if is also a function. Got it? So you don't have any issue in indentation now? Hello. Shall I move ahead?
Yes, no issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so here in control structure, let's come up with control structures, conditional statements. Okay. So Python uses a conditional statement just like if statement, elif statement, or else statement. I already showed you, but in deep we also know about the methodology behind the conditional statement. So there are three kind of statement in conditional statement. Okay, number one is if statement, number two is your elif, number three is else. If means you have primary condition. Elif means you have secondary conditions. Remind my word. If statement means primary condition, else statement, if statement means secondary conditions, and third one is your else. It means your end of condition. Okay. So so this is whole about it. So let me show you some kind of condition. You can just go thoroughly in that condition parts. Okay. So first of all, I will show you one more function which will help you a lot. That is input. I am not going fast. I am just not going in a more in definition. I will show you and give you a definition. Is it okay? Or before that, I should give you a definition. Please tell me so that I will go according to you.
No, it's okay if you are going directly into the application side. It's good.
Okay. So here what you want to need is, so if you are following condition, so okay. So here I need to make a function. The function name is if you put if you give a input, okay, if you give us sorry, if you give us some input just like 0, okay, if you are giving greater than 0 or less than 0, so it will show up in your program. So let's check it out in program. So first of all, I will write it like number. Here is, I am commenting this, okay, and I will put it like, sorry, I will make it out like, okay, I will mention this in triple quote, okay, and indentation. No worries, I will make another file for this, but second one is your input function. Okay, here I'm just putting up functions or concepts, then I will move into solve our program, okay. So how input works here? So see, input works like this. If I am putting a equals to input, enter number, enter your number. Okay. Now here, when I am going to run this code, you can check it out. Like if I am putting my number 25, so see, nothing is happening now. Okay. If I am checking my type of A, so can you tell me, can you guess what will we get output? What you will get output if I'm checking out this type?
Int.
Brain. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else want to try?
Or maybe string.
No. Stuck one. Sorry, stick one.
Then I say int.
String.
Okay. So you are going to you want to say string, but you are telling integer. Okay, I'm considering a string. So how many one going to say string?
String.
It's a string. Okay.
String.
Can you tell me? Okay. Can you tell me why? You are checking out then giving back my answer, or you are searching or giving back my answer? Or you are
No,
guessing, really guessing?
it's because by default Python takes input as a string, and then you have to specify like if it's like you wanna take it as an integer, float, etc.
Yes, exactly. So for that, I already showed you, we just changing our data types. So exactly what we are doing here, we are changing our input type also. Okay. Now, if I am going to ask again, so it will shows me integer, right? So that is how you need to put out your integer when you are going to pass your numbers. Okay. Or if you want to consider as in float, so you can check it out with float also. If I am writing here 25, you can check it out. It's coming float. Okay. Clear? Now, coming back to the solution. So here I need to make it out index one dot py. Okay. Here I will write for your conditional statement. Okay. So that you can just go thoroughly with this file and it's good name. Okay, but don't put it like so long names. Okay, here I just give you a reference. That's why I'm putting so long names, but you don't need to. Okay, you need according to your projects or your according to your comfort or according to your project who can understand. Okay, so don't put so much of long names like this. Okay, so here the thing is if my number is greater than 0, so it gives me positive, else is greater than 0, so it gives me negative. Okay, so how I will make it out? So I am making first of my selective statement here. So number equals to integer, and in that integer, I will put it out input function. And here I will write enter a number. Okay, and now I will make a conditions if number is greater than 0. Remember one more thing I didn't mention here, but there is more operators like equals to, not equals to, a is less than b, a is less than or equals to b. Sorry, a is greater than or equals to b, a is greater than b, or a is less greater than or equals to b. Sorry, a is less than or equals to b, or a is greater than or equals to b. Okay, so this equals to means greater, or this means or. Okay, or equals to this means, so that is the main option. Okay, so you are putting uh two operations at a time. Okay, equals to or greater than or less than or greater or equals to. Okay, so here I'm putting indentation here, and now I will write like this: print the number is positive. Okay, and now if I put like Aleph, so here number is less than 0. Now here I will write print. In this print I will write, sorry, the number is negative. Okay, here one more condition, that is else. In that else I will write it like print, and now the number is 0. So this is a kind of first condition. Okay, okay, so I am going to run this code. As I said, you don't need to uh, click on current file again and again. Just put once, it will work automatically. Okay. So here 25, the number is positive. Okay, so check once again. If I am putting like -1, the number is negative. Okay, if I am putting here 0, the number is 0. Clear? So if I want to mention one more condition, that is elif number equals to 5. Okay, so here I'm putting one more condition to give you an one more example how conditions work. It means how second statement works in condition operator. So here I will write the number is equals to 5. Got it? Now here, if I run this code, 5, the number is positive, but currently it's not working. Why? Let me check it out here. Okay, so here the thing is already first condition is correct,
I
so
think
that's
it's not working because of LF, because the first condition will be correct, it will not
yeah,
execute the LF statement.
exactly. So that's what I am saying you that first condition is already working, so it's not passing on to second condition. Okay, so I can take another one that is if I will change it like just like 10. Okay, and or what I can do. Okay, I should put one more condition here. Number is less than or equals to 10. Okay, so now it will pass to another condition. Hello. The number is positive. No, because this condition is correct, so that's why it's not passing to another. Okay, so this will see on. I will give you another examples here.
We can if we add another condition after zero, if for example if num is greater than 0 uh, and not equal to 5.
Yeah, that is also good. So what I will do just, yeah, that is also a good condition. Not equals to, 1 second. What I will do 10 and here is greater than 10. Now check it out this condition.
Excuse me. So could you explain like what if the user enters a non-number? Like if the user enters a character or something, how do we handle that exception in this here?
Okay, so you want to in input you are talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you want to enter characters instead of numbers, so you can
No,
just
I'm
give
saying,
a
sorry, excuse me. So I'm just saying like if the user enters a something that's not a number, I want the program to print this is not a number like in the if else statements.
okay. So this is not a number. So this is the condition. I need to brainstorm about this. Not a brainstorm. I need to put it another kind of functionality. There is a condition that if this
I
not
think,
match with the string here,
yeah.
so I need to
So
put it out
I'm
just like a string.
Yeah, I think I'm a that one, right? That one we will be taking care in exception handling. There will
Yeah.
be one lecture. We will be dealing that in exception handling. We have to put exception handling in this entire block. If the number is put in apart from the numbers, any character, string, complex number, or anything, it should say please enter the numbers because this program is for number. We'll be dealing that in exception handling.
So it
Yeah,
comes in our
as per
next session, means next week. So hold it
yeah.
out. Okay,
Okay.
this is a advanced. This is not an advanced. This is a, just like a basic one. So so I'm not going to clear a flow. Okay, I am going to gives you another functions. In this, it's not passing. So I will just clear it out with when I complete the concepts here. Okay. Till then, you can just it's not passing to another one because every condition is corrected here. So
I think if we
I,
add in, if I was saying if we if num is not if num is greater than 0 and num is not equal to 5, then it will work. I think
yeah,
so.
it is
Yes.
work. It will work. Obviously, it
Yeah.
will work. So
Yeah,
there's
okay.
so many of conditions. So I will give you a thoroughly that num is just like num is one. Okay, print number one. Okay, so when is not equals to 10, I'm just putting it out here. Number is greater than 10. Number is positive less than 10. Okay, so here if I want to pass it out to number 5, so here I what I will do, I will just write it here 3. So the number is positive is coming out because is less than 10. Okay, now I'm putting the number 5. Okay, now it's working properly. If I am putting number 1, so number 1. Okay, shall I move ahead now? So you got a conditions of every numbers here. How we can create our own statements through the help of if, and else. Can I move to more functions about these statements if you cleared
Yeah.
it out?
So guys, this primarily example, this example in your screen, right? This represents the way we use if, elif. Though, uh, I mean, logically, if you'll see that number greater than 10 is positive, even prior to number 10 could be positive. Here, just we are trying to let you know that this is how you use if, and else condition. Okay. If number is something, you are using, you are giving, you are printing something else you are printing, or if there is some other condition, use else if statement. Yeah, you can proceed with your questions if anybody has anything. Yep.
I have a quick question to Harsh. Harsh, we are hard coding the numbers, right? Is that
Hmm.
something we can do as a variable and to not force the number directly like 1, 5? Is that we're gonna teach them later stage or
No, I am just giving them some kind of syntax if you want, so I can start, but beginners have an issue. I don't mind in that.
okay, got it, no problem. So
I am just giving a functions, what kind of functions we are using condition operators. Then I will got to know that how we can go complex through the help of assignments and through the help of some kind of live examples. So
no
don't worry
problem.
about it. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
So there is a shorthand conditional operators, shorthand here. So if you have only one condition, okay, in your function, so what you can do if A is greater than B, so you can just print it out directly on one statement, okay? So you can just directly write it down, A is greater than B, okay? So here you need to give some kind of variable like A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 10 and just run this code. You don't need to like you don't need to write elif or else, you just directly write on single hand, okay, single hand or shorthand statements, okay. So one second, it's one second, what is going on here? Okay, there is no else statement, so that's why it's not giving example. So there is a correct one, there should be a correct one. Now it's working. If you have another condition, so obviously you need to write
I think you
another
should write
statement.
print first, and then it's gonna work.
No, it's working.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah, Okay. Actually, the thing is, you have a correct statement there. You don't, if you have a false statement, so it will not work. Okay, got it?
But isn't the other one the correct one? Like if A is less than B, it says print A is greater than B.
Yeah, but according to the numbers input, the true statement is if A is less than B. So I think if should always contain true statement, and else should
Yes.
contain false statement.
So you should have a true statement, then only it will work, else it will skip that function because it's a shorthand if. Else you need to follow about this. Okay, that's why there is a two statements here. Got it? Shall I move ahead now?
Yeah, I just meant shouldn't it say A is less than B?
If you are mentioning A is less than B,
No, no, no. In the string, it should say A is less than B.
okay.
Print A is less than B.
So you need to put a correct one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. So A
Now
is
I think
less.
we have to change the condition that if A is greater than B.
Okay, this by default this is true. 1 second. My phone. See, I need to change if I am going to change like this, so it will not work because there is no other operator. Like if I will use in JavaScript, so there is a some ternary one, but there is only short if, okay, in Python. So you need to put a always a true condition here. Got it? If I will put it like this, so it will change my condition. So you should mention your true condition. Okay, if that is false, so it will not going to work. Got it? Out or experiment by yourself, it will not going to work. Shall I move ahead now? Okay. So I am moving to another one that is else. If you have doesn't have any other, okay. So you need to put it out here else. Now your function will work correctly. Now here I will mention like else print is less than b. So here is a syntax error that is come up with else here. So I just need to clear it out with this. So here I need to clear it out in single hand. Okay. So
I
now
think
I
you
need
put it
to
in front of
print.
else.
No, no, no. Just give me a second. Okay. Now if I will put like this and create else here, and in between I need to put my indentation here because I am not going to use init. Okay, don't worry, I will give you a notes, so don't worry about it. Now it's working here. Got it? So I am going to repeat this again. Okay, so this one with else statement, this is my second shorthand. Okay, and this is my first of my shorthand. So sorry. So here, if I want to print like this, if I have only one condition, I don't have any else. So I will put like this. So what I will do, I will just write it like if first, then is greater than b, then print, and what's the have a condition is greater than b. Okay. So currently it's not working because a is less than b. So of course this condition will not going to work, and this condition will work here. Let me show you once more time. Okay, it's not working here. Now it's going to work. Okay, and here it is going to work. Got it? In this, do you have any doubt? Shall I move ahead now? This is a short if hand. Okay, this is a short if hand, and this is a short if and else hand. Okay, I will mention it out and correct it out and give you a notes, so don't worry. Now, if you have any doubt in this, so please tell me.
Shouldn't there be colons after if and else statements according to the syntax?
You're talking about this.
After the if statement and after the else. Should
See,
there?
see, this if A is less than B is
Yeah.
carrying on both. Okay, this carrying on both, but this is a my primary statement or condition. Okay, and this is my second condition after if. Got it? So when I'm putting else, so it will give me a second condition. I can put only two conditions here. First one, this condition. Okay, so this is my primary condition, which will I get if that condition will got going to true. So this condition will working on else. If that condition is not working, that condition is going to false. So this condition by default. Got it?
So in this case, it will check if A is less than B. It will print B is greater than A. First, it will check this.
This statement check will A is less than B. Okay. So when I'm calling here, see, when I'm calling here, so A is B is greater than A, of course. See, so A is less than A, right? When I'm changing this out to 20, now this condition will work it out. A is less than B. Got it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So I recommend this if you want to use shorthand program, so you can use, but I mostly use this one because my hand is familiar with this. Okay. When I'm going on production program means on some uh, on office or some project. So I work on this, but if you have a good command on single short event, so you can use this, no issue. Uh, Short code give you a more reliable and compact of coding. Okay, so it gives you less space in that. Okay, so there is two more functions that is and or. Okay, so I'm going to cover this out. So okay, so if I am putting two conditions on one statement. So what will happen? Let's check it out. So this one, I'm going to comment this out. Don't worry about notes. I will going to give you. Okay. So here there is a and statement and keyword. Okay. Now what will happen in and keyword? So this keyword will gives you like this, just like okay. So here I will write number like 1 equals to, and here I will write 100, 2 equals to 200, 3 equals to 300. Okay. So this is my basic variables of integers. Okay. So here what I will do, I want to give one statement here, many two conditions on one statement. So let me give you an example. There is an and or. Okay. Or. So what or and and will do, just check it out. So here A is less than B, and if I am putting like this and keyword, and I will write uh so 1 is greater than 2, and 2, or I will say that 3 is greater than 1. So this is my two conditions, okay, on one point. Can you tell me what will happen here if I will write like both conditions are working and true? So can you tell me
uh,
what will be the output here?
it will be like it will not execute because this is not a true statement.
Exactly. Why? Because 1 is greater than 2, okay, which is not going to true here. So what will happen if I will write like 1 is less than 2, okay, and 3 is greater than 1, now it will come true.
Yes, it will now.
Both conditions are working,
It will be
okay,
true.
and if I am doing like this, so it will not going to give me anything, right? So this is how it's working. Now, if in this statement any of condition is true and one condition is false, so whatever condition is true, it will work on that according to that. Okay. Uh, Let me give you an example. So whole condition will going to false. So any one of this going to this condition is not working. So whole statement is going to false. Okay. So I'm going to give an example. See, 1 is less than 2. Okay. 3 is greater than 1. Now this statement is true, right? Any of this statement, if it's not working, so whole statement is going to false. And that's the work of AND keyword. Please remind my word. Whole statement will going to false if whole statement is not going to work. Any of a statement like 1 is less than 2, okay, it's true. But if I'm going to false, so whole statement will going to false, so this statement will not going to work. Okay, so that is the work of AND keyword. But if I am coming to OR keyword, so what will happen here if 1 is less than 2 or 1 is greater than 2? I am going to put this same statement here, and 3 is greater than 1. Print 1 condition is working. That is why it's true statement. Okay. Now, if I am going to run this, I'm putting this out in triple quote. Okay. By mistake, I put it out or and you. Now see, when I'm using exact same condition or statement in through the help of AND keyword, so it's not working, right? But when I'm using OR keyword, it's working. When both condition is not working, so what will happen here? It's not working. Okay, got it now. So if if we are using and keyword, so through the help of and keyword, we are if there is one condition is false, so whole statement will going to false. If we are using or keyword, so one statement is true, so whole statement is going to true. Okay, so sorry, one condition is true, so whole condition will going to true. Okay, so in this, do you have any doubt or any conflicts here?
No, no.
Um, I'll
Okay,
I'll take 10 seconds of yours. Okay, so guys, please be inquisitive. It's very interesting topic going on. I see Vasik, Aima are gearing up and being inquisitive and taking the session interactive. Just if you have any queries, just let us know. We will reiterate it for you. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah.
okay.
Anybody
There
has
is
doubt? You can go ahead, Harsh.
okay. There is two more conditions, that is not and nested if. Okay. So what nested if and not will going to work here? Let me show you. See, in not keyword, it's a logical operator. When you want your condition in reverse, so in reverse conditions, so that works without with not. Okay. Example, what if A is greater than, what if it's not A is greater than B? So what will happen? Obviously, we are going to print A is not greater than B. Okay. What if B is not greater than A? So obviously, we are going to print B is not greater than A. So how it will work? Let me give you an example. So if I will put like not here, not keyword. Okay. So if I will write 1 equals to similar. Okay, so here my one is working already, so I don't need to give any variable. Okay, again and again because I already given. So here what I will do, I will write if not one is less than three, which is already happening here. So one is less than b, so I will do one is if not, sorry, I want to give a true statement here, and then 1 is not greater than b, which is already true, but I am putting in a reverse side. So I will want to give print 1 is not greater than 3. 1 is not, sorry, 3 is not greater than b or 1. Okay. Now let's check it out. This is a wrong statement, and when I am just greater than 3, 3 is not greater than 1, and it's coming a reverse statement. So 1 is greater than 3, okay, but it's giving me a negative 1. But if I am giving a true statement, it is not giving me a correct answer. So let me give you one more time. So this statement 1 is equals to 100, right? And 3 is your 300. Okay. So I am giving a less than 3, but it's not giving me answer. Why? Because I put it out a not. Means I am giving a reverse, means false statement here. So that's why it's not working. Got it? In this, do you have any doubt? Hello.
No, it's clear.
Okay. Now here we have two more condition, that is nested if. Okay. So in nested if, see, if I want to work under one condition, okay, let's suppose if one is greater than 300, okay, which is not, so it's going to print like above 300, okay. Now, if, see, there is already indentation. This is a main difference between elif and inheritance of your if. Okay, this is a nested if. So I'm working under the condition of that statement. Okay. So here, if I'm writing if one is greater than 200, so what will happen? Print one is or above 200, and you need to put indent here again. Okay, else it will give you an error. Now, in else statement, you need to very clarify about it. If you want to give a condition under one is greater than 200, then you can put it out. Else, you can directly put it like this. Else, print one is less than every of condition. Okay, so here, see, first condition is not true. So that's why whole condition is not working here. So what I want to do, I need to put here 200. One. Let's check it out now. Okay, so it's not greater than 300. Okay, so I will do now check it out. Above 300, okay, and above 200 because both conditions are working. Can you see this? It's not working. Because it's not working, because first condition should be a true, then only it shows or reflect to other conditions, else it will not work to other conditions. In this, do you have any doubt in inherit one? Hello.
No, it's clear.
Okay, this is not so confusing if
Anyone
you have
else?
any.
Shuban, Feroz, Ali, everyone getting these concepts? If else, Beck, Imran.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so last one is our pass. Okay, there's a last condition, that is pass condition or statement. If you don't need, or if you want to give a empty or pass to other conditions, so you can put it like this. If one is greater than 3, so pass, it passes out. Okay, if less than b 3, so then it's also
Pass means
pass.
we are going out of the if statement.
Yes, we are not going to work this statement, we are just skipping this one for a while. And if you have other conditions, you can just carry on with this.
So what's
Okay.
it will like allow us to skip a certain if statement and just jump to another elif or if statement.
Yeah, actually the thing is, this is an empty one, okay? So if statement like it would raise an error without the pass statement. Got my point? It
What do you mean by empty statement?
empty statement means you don't need to pass that statement for that particular function. You need to just skip that thing for a particular condition, okay, or particular function, and you want to skip this one and you want to move ahead to the other function or other statement. Means for a while you don't want to work this condition, or this condition should be passed on to other condition. So that's why we are just giving an empty one. This is just
So
an empty.
for example, you were working with earlier with a condition where if num is greater than zero, you if you
Mhm.
wanted to avoid the program to run execute the if num is greater than zero statement, just pass and go on to the if num is equal to five statement.
Exactly.
You would use pass. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Shall I move ahead?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So it's a function. There is a function which we are understanding just like a languages A, B, and C, D. Okay. So just I'm going to give a more function so that you can understand. Okay. So that's how our first of conditional conditions of condition statement is ended now. Now another one is uncontrolled structure, that is loops. Okay. So in loops, I'm not going to hurry here. Okay. So if you have any questions, so please you can ask in conditional operator, because mostly we are going to use this kind of structures only. Mostly we're going to use control structures in our program to control our data analysis. So please, if you have any questions regarding this, what I give you functions, you can ask. Okay. Okay. So next one is our loop. So according to you, what is loop? Okay.
Yeah, you
So
want to repeat something.
yeah, it's a iteration. What we have a repeated kind of codes of programming, so we can work with the help of loops. So mostly in Python or in whole concepts, we are going to use for loops. If you want to use while loops, you can use, no issues. But while loops gives you a means some complex things. It's a short syntax, so you can, if you have a good practice through the help of while loop, so you can use. Else we are using for loops. Okay. Okay. So here for loops and while loops, it's a part of iteration. So I am moving ahead in loops here. Okay. So coming up with the example of loops. So here new file and for loops.py. Okay. So here I am going to give some kind of names here, just like cars. Okay. So here is example of BMW, Porsche, and Mercedes. Okay. If here's an there is any name errors, so please check it out and ignore it. Okay. So how loops will work in Python. So there is a in keyword, okay. So and there is for keywords. So for is represents our loops, and the loops variable will be like j. In j, we are putting our whatever variables we have, or what you put certain variables in that loop. So you need to write it down, or it can be a characters here. So if you want to write some kind of name, so that is comes under loops if you want to put it out in loops here. Okay, so when I'm going to run this, so you can check it out, Harsh comes up in a loops. Okay, so HARSH. Okay, similarly, when I am putting my data here, so it will represents my data here, BMW, Porsche, Mercedes. And if you want to put some kind of numbers, so you can put it out very easily through the help of range. Okay, so here just put it out. Range up to 9, it will show your numbers. Okay, so coming back to the setup of cars. So this is my main statement of cars. So in this in keyword of for, if you have any doubts, so please you can ask. Else I'm going to move ahead.
Just a quick question. What's the difference between I in range and J in range? Or it doesn't matter about the character?
Okay, so basically J is your variable in that this represents your loop here. Okay, and in keyword means this in keyword what you want to put in that loops you want to mention here, that data type or that any
Right,
kind of
but
data. Yes,
does it matter if it's like a J, if it's a I, V, whatever it is? It doesn't matter.
that is not a letter, that is represents your loop here. How you will going to represent your loop? There is some kind of variable or some kind of uh, container
Like if
here.
we use X in spite of J.
Yeah,
X
that's
is
what
Yeah.
I'm
also
asking.
working here.
A different
Yeah,
variable. It doesn't matter on the variable.
no, you can change any of them. It will not affect your variable. It will represents your data in that container, and that container comes up in loops. After for whatever you are going to declare, that is your loop representative, just like ID. ID number one, that ID number one, it's your loop number one. So this is your loop number one. Got it? So this data type comes up in that loop X, or you can just write it down any kind of variable, just like name, product. If I'm going to write it here, product, so it will show up in a product here. If I'm going to tell them a car, so it will represent a car here. So that is not going to affect your anything. It will just convert that into loop. If I will print cars here, okay, so it gives me loop, but not under car. It will give me a whole sum of BMW, Porsche, Mercedes in a array or a list. Okay, but in loop it will gives you an indexing. But if you want to give a numbers of loops, so you need to represent by some kind of loop variable. Got it? Hello.
Yes,
Do you have
yes,
any
yes.
do you have any doubt right now?
Does this also work for other data types other than lists?
Yes, you can use see in tuples if I'm going to use, if I'm putting tuples here, okay, it is going to work. Okay. If I'm going to work with dictionaries here, of course it will work. That is comes up in data structure, but for showing you, I am just changing this out. So this is a BMW. Here I will write 23. Okay. Now another one, any kind of keyword, just like or any kind of string here. Okay. Now, if I will moving out with this, see it's working here. Okay, it will gives you an, but I need to give a indexing and everything, which will move into other lectures of data structure. So I will show you, but we can work with any kind of data type. But with complex data type, there is some kind of conditions which you need to follow. But mainly we are using uh, in list, because in list we are going to use our data. So according to our project, we are going to use a list mostly. Mostly we are going to use the tuple, or mostly we are going to use dictionary. This three type of data type we are going to use mostly. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Harsh, do
For
you have,
the
Harsh,
for
help.
the oh, sorry.
Moin,
Yes.
go ahead. Go ahead, Moin.
For the for loop, do we always have to use for and then the variable and then in and then it's the data set? We have to always use it like that, or can we use for loop in some other way?
We can use like C and C++, but there is not going to use like this. This is a perfect way in Python. That's why we are using Python to compact and write short syntaxes without any so much of complex syntaxes. We are going to represent our things through the help of Python. So this is a
Uh,
short and decent way to declare our for loop.
so it works like that. The square bracket represents a tuple, I think,
No,
and
this I will come up with data structure. Just give me out. This is a
okay,
list.
this is a
Okay.
list. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Vasik, wait. Moin, did you get the answer?
Yeah, yeah, some sort.
You can ask counter question if you're not clear. Vasik, let him give a chance to get his answer, and if he's clear, then you ask a question.
For example, in for loop, are we always like checking like lists, whether it's a dictionary? Are we always checking it? Can we use like for loops in like some other way?
No, this is a perfect way. Don't use, there is no other way. There is only a
Yeah,
while. You need to use a
yeah.
while
So
through the help
Moin,
of Python.
to your question, yeah, sorry. Moin, to your question. See, first of all, within Python, for loops are, if you see the syntax, it becomes very clear, right? For car in cars means for the car in cars. So it is not necessarily that we have certain list, we have certain tuple or dictionary for anything. Let's say we are accessing a file. For accessing anything in file, we can use for loop. So
We can
this
use a
these are
file
just
formats
the
also.
concepts. Yes, these are just the concepts. We can use these concepts as per our requirement. You will have project, you will have so many questions, you will have multiple scenarios. If you think that for loop fits in that scenario, you can use it. Okay?
Okay, I understand.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so next one is function name is break. Okay, so what break will do? Just check it out with break here. So here I'm giving a comment here in triple quotes. Okay, now coming up to the next, that is break. So what I will do, I will put it like for, and I will write cars in, sorry, car in cars. Like product also, if you already know who are using Django or any kind of sort of web framework, so they already know how this works. So if you have any doubt, so you can ask. Okay, so here if I am putting car, so I already told you that it will work like this, BMW, Porsche, and everything. Okay, so here if I want to give some kind of condition like if a car equals to if car equals to Porsche Porsche. Okay, so here I need to stop my loop. Okay, sorry, I forgot to give a indent here. You can see and check it out that BMW and Porsche. After Porsche, it's not giving you a Mercedes. Why? Because I give a break here. Okay, so this is a work of break. Whenever you are putting a break in loop, so you can put your conditions here. If your so and so loop equals to comes up till there, so you can break that loop. Okay, in break, do you have any doubt? Hello.
No doubt, no doubt.
Okay, now what if I print here car? So it gives me a double. Okay. What if I will give a comment here, then I will give a print, then it gives me a BMW. Why? Because BMW, after BMW, Porsche and Mercedes stops because I am giving after break. Before break, if I am giving here, so it gives me a BMW and Porsche. Okay. Now coming up to the next, that is continue.
So you have Vasik, you can continue with your question. Sorry, I interrupt you.
No, Harsh said I will cover it later in the data structures. So
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay. Okay. So here's a continue. So how continuable works here? See, if I am giving a statement like I'm copying this because I already write it there. Okay. Now here, if I am going to work like this, cars and cars, and I am just continue putting a continue keyword here. Here I will write break key. Here I will write continue. Okay. So what will happen here after continue? I will just print this. So you can just check it out. BMW and Mercedes come up except Porsche because uh, I am skipping Porsche and after Porsche it's continuing through Mercedes. Okay. So this is a work of continue keyword. We can continue our whatever loop we have except that loop when it comes. Okay. Now coming up to the range here. So range represents your range represents your numbers loop. So here, whenever you are using C, so you need to write I equals to n or I equals to 5 or 10, then you are giving some kind of condition I is less than or equals to 10, then I plus plus. That kind of condition you don't need to require here. Just simply write it down here for car in cars or directly putting out a range. And in that range, it will come up with 0 because our Python indexing number starts from 0. So I will put it here 10. So I'm putting here 10. So what will come here? I guess 9, right? So it gives me a 9. Okay. Now coming up to next one, there is another variation of range that is from start to end. So if you want to start from 0, so you can start from 1, okay, till 11. So when I'm putting, so it gives me a 1 to 10, okay, because 0 are indexing numbers, so till 10 it will give me an output. Okay. Now if you want to skip something like whenever we were doing slicing, so exactly that thing we are applying here. So here my end start number starts from 1 till 21, and I want to give a space of 2. Okay, here you can check it out with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Uh, Whenever second number is coming, so it is skipping second number and it's printing another of numbers. Okay, so that is a work of range here. And coming up to the conditions of a range, so like I do a else condition in cars, exactly similar condition I'm working with range. Okay, so here what I will do for I'm writing just like v in range. Okay, till 11. Here I will write print v and putting else here, and in that else, but my maybe my else will not work because of indentation. Now print, there is some mistake I did it here, so I need to clarify with this. Okay, so okay, else print, and here it comes up till 11. Okay, see, after my loop is end, so it gives me a message. Okay, got it. Now here another one is my break.
Sorry, I don't understand like how the else printed the thing.
Okay, so this is your for loop, right? I'm just cutting out this. Okay, this is your for loop. This V gives your counting till 0, from 0 to 10, skipping 11 because my indexing number till starts from 0 and end with uh, 10. Okay, now here whenever I'm printing this, so this loops is coming, right? I'm giving you this thing. Okay, this is clear. Now if I am putting my keyword which is else, here I will write print, and under this print I will write my number. This is my last message when my loop is over, so this message will pass out. My number comes up till 10. Okay, see, now you got it.
But isn't like the else like a conditional thing? What's the beginning condition then?
Okay, what if I will tell you that give me some water. If there is no water, so give me empty glass. Okay, so this is a condition one. What if I will give you some kind of, instead of order, I will tell you that when when my class over till my class over till after till give me pass me this message. So how you will going to pass that message? So else keyword, I don't need to give any condition. I can just give this else condition and it will pass my this automatically without if. Remember my words, without if you can use else keyword also. Okay. In looping, this is a conditional structure, so you can use this else in for loop also, except your if you can use, sorry, uh, if and after if you can use this else keyword, you can use anywhere. So else keyword is not bounded in if. This is gives you an else. Okay, else this
So
condition will pass when this
so
over.
it's not checking whether something's true or false. It's just like passing it through.
Yes, it's just passing a default value. Else gives you a default value. true or false, checking out through the help of if keyword. Else keyword gives you a default functions whenever your program ends.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Why do you need an else keyword here? Like, why couldn't you just put print my number comes up till 10 after, like, the loop ends without
Okay.
using else?
Okay. If I will put like this, so it will going to impact my this.
No, if we
Yeah,
print the statement outside of the loop,
like, don't indent that one.
don't indent, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are asking that if I'm putting like here,
No,
you are typing. So
no. I'm asking if you
Don't
just
use
delete
indent.
else. Yeah, delete else and don't use indent.
delete.
Yeah, delete this line.
Okay.
And then the next line, just remove the indent.
Then also we can do this, but there's certain else there is some certain standards here. So we need to follow that also, no? If suppose if you have a function here, okay, function A or B, anything you have, multiple functions you have, okay. So whenever you call that function, it will going to impact to another condition also. So that comes up with glitch. So instead of that, you can use else. So it is kind of supportive thing in your program. What I experience in my programming. So I'm telling you, else you can use like
Yeah,
this also if you have single program.
yeah. So think of a situation where you have multiple for loops. Then in that case, you have to, if you want to end a for loop by stating something, okay, this for loop is finished, then you can use else over there. Then think here, since it's just one for loop, your even though if we don't use print under an else, it works. But in case of multiple for loops, if inner loop I want to end it, I will end it as a else by printing something. And outer loop we can end it by again. So these are the syntactical standards within Python that you'll be using. Okay,
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
cool,
Okay,
cool,
now
great, good question.
okay, now another one is our okay, what if I will use a break? Okay, now I can give you a perfect answer. 1 second. So here I'm copying this and giving a comment. Okay. Now here I am using my similar kind of function, but I am using one condition that is my if statement. If v equals to comma still 5, okay. Now of course it will going to break. Okay. After break, my print v. I'm going to hide this. Uh, 1 second. If v equals to 5, okay, then till break. Now it's going to print my thing. Okay, so you can check it out. Till 5, it's working, but after that, it's not working here. Okay, now I will put it like else here again and print similar. So you can use openly or you can use under the else. It's your choice, but for this function only, rest you need to follow the standards of the program. Okay. So it will gives me similar answer, but it will skip my whole things after 4 because I am breaking my loop after 5. Okay. So similar kind of things I'm using.
Is else
So
intended correctly here?
yeah, this is correct one. If I am just putting like this, so then also
No,
it's
I
working.
was not talking. I was not talking about break. I was talking about else. Shouldn't it be indented below if?
Okay, you are telling me
Yeah.
this one.
Yes.
Okay,
It should
so
be here or
see, this is my loop. Okay, so under this loop, I am working here. So I need some kind of, if I will remove this, so it will automatically move back because I am not using inherit of if. Okay, if I am using inherit of if under this condition, so then also it gives me a some kind of error. Instead of that, we can put a one condition, and after that one condition, else will be follow like this. But I am putting like elif here and v is or less than 5, then it will automatically move up like this. So obviously it is you can say that it's a perfect one when else come up out because there is only one condition we can put in this loop. Okay, so whenever you are following a loop, you should use like this. It will automatically follow the ID, so it will moves back on outside the loop here and work after a loop. Working with if sorry, when you are working with else keyword, working with if keyword, so it will works in loop. Okay, it will not gives you an error. This is a this is a some kind of rules in if you want to put another loop, you need to instead of using elif under the loop, you can use if. Okay, and if you want to use else, so it will automatically because there is no other condition. Else is last condition and by default condition. Got it?
yes, I got it.
Okay. So here I will give you a nested loop, and after that we'll move into a this is our final of our nested loop. Okay. So can you tell me what is a nested loop if you already done uh, before, if you ever used a nested loop here?
Yeah, go ahead, Vasik. Can you answer, Vasik? I want Vasik to answer. Vasik, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
He wants
What do you
nested.
want me to answer?
Yes, nested loop.
Yeah, loop is basically we can use loop within a loop.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
in
yeah.
in
Like
this text.
for example,
Huh?
you're using for loop, and we want to repeat another set of data. We can use introduce another for loop within that loop that will be indented uh, as well.
Awesome.
Okay. So yes, Vasik, this is correct one that if we are using a nested loop in a loop inside a loop, and in that loop we are using inner loop, so inner loop will be executed one time, and after each of that loop when it's going to repeat or iterate, so it gives you an outer loop also. So that is your whole nested loops. Okay, so let me give you an example here how inner loop will work. So suppose this is my going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now another loop will be like this uh, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. Okay. Now in that nested loop, what will happen is Answer will come up like this. When I will going to use a nested loop, so it will come up like this: 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Then another one is 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. And like this, your output will come through the help of nested loop. Okay. And when we are going to make some kind of patterns, so that patterns we give a shape through the help of some reverse function. So I will let you know by the one example. Okay. And before that, I'm going to show this one, how this will work here. So through the help of this, I am using, instead of cars, let's take an example of colors. Okay. I'm using like COR colors. Okay. Yeah, I'm using a list. In that list, I'm using yellow, pink, or you can say that blue and gray. Okay. Now here I will use my bike. Can be a tiger, BMW, and you can just say that okay, KTM and Honda. It can be a Hornet or anything, whichever one you like. Okay. Now here the syntax will work like this. See, now we are representing two loops. Two loops means two variable loops. Okay. So there will be a I that is represents our colors, and the second one is our J, or whatever you want to write, you can write. It's your program. Okay. But write in a certain manner that you should not facing a problem of naming error. Okay. Which you can use properly. Here you are putting your things in a loop. So this I loop represents your colors. This J represents your bike. Okay. Put your indentation. Okay. Now print X and Y. It means I and J. Okay. Now when I'm going to use this, see it's working like this: yellow tiger, yellow KTM, yellow Honda, blue tiger, blue KTM, blue Honda, gray tiger, gray KTM, the gray Honda. This is a basic example of nested. Okay. This is how a control structure works. Okay, so if you have any doubt in this, you can ask. But before that, I am giving you some kind of pattern examples by tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I will give you some kind of pattern examples and data structure. Data structure, don't worry about data structure. I will explain you thoroughly. But patterns, I will give you examples by tomorrow. Rest, if you have any kind of doubt, please you can ask. This is our basics of our control structures.
I had a quick question about the week's assignment, especially question number 6. So me and Anwar, we got up to question 5, but everything after 6, we were a little bit confused on how to do.
Okay. Uh, okay. I will give you after this session. Okay. But
Okay.
including this condition of structure, I will give you answer after 5 minutes. No worry about it. Okay. I need to
Okay. Thank
open that file and everything. I will open that documents and everything. Don't worry. But before that, if you have any doubt in control structures or any concepts of control structures like loops and your condition operators, your inherited one. If you need kind of this kind of things, or if you have a problem in indentation or input, please anyone, if you have any doubt, please you can ask. Okay. Uh, those who have a problem in assignments, just take a break of 5 minutes. At 4:47, we're going to start. Till then, I am going to open that documents and everything, and I will solve your problem. Okay.
We can continue on the call, but let's put a pause for 5 minutes, get some snacks or whatever, the coffee or drinks, and come back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sumit, can we stop recording, or you want to continue with the homework as well?
Sorry, Shad, I was speaking on mute. Yeah. Harsh will be coming. Harsh will be joining in 5 minutes. He'll be going through. Let's not stop the recording. Instead, I mean, if somebody is still, they can brainstorm few things. They can just revise whatever the session
Okay,
went through.
no problem,
Yeah,
no problem. Sure.
and
And
take
then,
some break.
yeah, if people has some questions you want to answer in this 5 minutes, or you want to take break also.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a 5 minute pause and have a break, and come back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Aima had a very good question. Guys, you can see the implication of a break statement
Yeah, yeah.
in the chat.
Explain that.
So
Explain that people may
he
understand.
she has they have asked good questions in the group chat as well. So in case you are not feeling confident or you need some time, you can always take your time and put the questions in the chat box or the group WhatsApp group which we have. We'll try to answer as per our availability, and we'll definitely give you the answers. Yeah, thank you. Let's take a break for 2-3 minutes.
Okay. Everyone is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, please, whatever you have a questions, please you can ask the questions, and let me check it out with questions here. What kind of questions you have?
Back. Go ahead. Back. You had some question.
I just had the question for problem number 6 for the assignment week 1 on the Google Drive.
Can you tell me the question? What kind of question is it? I'm opening this.
Uh, yeah, it says count all letters, digits, and special symbols from a given string, and then the string, it's string 1. It's like P, the at symbol, hashtag YN26 at uppercase, and I5VE. It's like it's telling you to count the characters, the digits, and the symbol. So you just want to
Okay,
differentiate.
I'm opening this. Question number 6. It's count all letters, digits, and special covers given. Okay. Expected outcome will be like characters 8, digits 3, and symbols 4. This one. Okay. So basically, it's counting a length of that characters and filtering out the things. Okay. Do you want to try once again, or shall I give you answer right now?
Um, we could go like step by step.
No, no, no. I'm asking that, do you want to try it once again, or shall I give you answer
Oh no,
on the
I
spot
was I
now?
was stuck, I was stuck on this the whole week. Could you just show me how you do it?
Okay. And you never discussed with anyone.
No, it was just me and Anwar working on this. We were both stuck on this together.
Okay.
Give him a hint, maybe he'll understand, because that's how I found it out. It was like a function that I used that helped me.
See, that's why I'm telling you that to give a once more try through the help of length, through the help of is alpha. There is a function name is alpha, but if you don't want to use is alpha, you can directly use through the help of uh, okay. So there is a function name is alpha and length. So through the help of this, you can carry on. Okay. So try with this function. It will work.
Can I see your screen?
It's
Oh, that one?
no,
Okay.
I just directly write on chat it here. Go
Okay.
through these two functions. Okay. It will definitely work. And I give you, see, this is a out of thing. I thought you will experiment and you will research it out, but I guess you just put a logic. So through the help of length and is alpha, we'll work it out and put loops here. Okay. So this is a some kind of hint. For loop, length, and is alpha. Give a one more try. If you don't work, so obviously you will get answer. Give one more try.
So Beck, yeah, I have one thing for you. Use these functions. Now you got the concept of loops as well. Just give it one more try today. Tomorrow, before the session, and I mean we can connect and we can discuss the entire thing. If you don't get, let's have a discussion tomorrow. Prior the class
Okay.
itself, we will solve. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll connect one to one to you. No problem.
All right. Thank you.
Great. Just give it one more try, guys. This question. We understand the 10 to 14 questions. First 5 questions were on string, and rest of the questions were on loops. Even though loops is a later session thing, and exception handling and other data structures are latest, but we want you to go through those items, go through those questions on the course of the as per we are teaching. And those who already know these concepts from the previous knowledge or from your universities or whatever sessions you had previously, you can just give it a try. If you don't get, we will connect one to one tomorrow on your question number 6 primarily, and we'll solve that piece out. Okay. Okay, back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool, cool. Thank you. Irshad, do you have anything else? Because we are done with this today's class. We have completed
No, Sumit,
loopings and other things.
fantastic. Good work, Harish. Very good work, and I am happy that everybody is interested, and we are taking everybody along. I think I feel a good from the class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Thank you,
Irshad,
Shad.
I have one more point, just last point I want to cover. There few people are very, I mean, Arsalam and Afzan, they are trying to come up. So if they have any doubts, just ask them personally, because we want to see some contribution, some kind of questions from them as well. Just see, connect to them.
who Arslan and
Afzan, maybe they need some more time to. They would have some queries. Just
Amazon,
connect to them.
Awaz, John, and Aslan. They are both.
Yeah,
I'll hook up with them. Imran. So they need some help. Imran will be helping them out. Yeah, good point. You
sure.
figure out. Yes, yeah. So I met both of Arslan and Awaz yesterday. They're doing good.
Great.
They have doubts. They will talk to Imran. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Great. Thank you. Thanks, Irshad. Everybody, let's map up to each other. And Irshad, one more thing. Before distributing the project, we need the list of groups. So Group A, Group B, and Group C. If you could just message these group names in the chat, we can look forward with the projects as well, the mini projects.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll do that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
A quick question to you and Harsh. I have a few students. They have Chrome OS. Is
Okay.
that and I found difficulties to install Python.
No.
Do you guys can come up some steps? There are 3 to 4 students who have Chrome OS given by their college, so they need to pull Python and they have difficulties. It's a Google Chrome OS actually, not Windows.
Uh, See, I recommend that use online, else you can go for Chromebook.
But their laptop is given by college. It's called Chrome OS. Google.
Okay, I need to check it out once because Chrome OS I didn't work yet, but I listened and took a one experience from my working who was working with one project. So I need to check it out with this.
Sure.
If they can come up, I can help them set up. So
Exactly. And I was just exploring. I think it's we need to create a kind of virtual environment within Chrome OS and build Linux. And on the top of that virtual environment, on the top of Linux, we will install in Python. I explored that, but please find out something, Harsh or Smith. That would be great. I have 3 students. I don't want them to spend money and buy
Sure.
a new job. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So you are
Thank
talking about tarball extract, and before that, it's a Linux terminal on Python. Okay,
Yeah, they
got
were
it.
seeing some steps in the Google. So when I was
Mm.
exploring it, so I don't want to give a half-cooked solution to these students. My understanding was that, but just put up some proof of concept and see whether that works. Otherwise, if you have some steps on Chrome OS, Python on Chrome OS, that would be great. Harsh, maybe.
Yeah, so Chrome OS. But if they want to install in that laptop, so yes, it is difficult, but I will get on research about.
Sure. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Wasik, do you have
thank
any
you.
questions? I think Wasik has left. Sorry, I'm fine, Harsh and Sumit. Fantastic work, guys. I know it's too late in India. Okay, take some rest, and we can call off the call if there's no any question.
I upload upon bootcamp2 Python week number 2. So they can just go on Google Drive and check it out with their sources. Okay. So
Perfect.
thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum.